Okay, the big day has finally arrived. The Camp EZ 5945 Teardrop is built. It's done. I can't believe it. 3 years have went by from the time I started till now, and it's finally over with. Now, I didn't work on it the entire 3 years. You know, I might go a couple weeks without touching it. There was one spot I think I went 5-6 months and I didn't work on it. But over a span of 3 years, it's finished. It's kind of bittersweet. There's going to be a hole in my workshop without a camper now, and I'm really going to miss that. But hey, I'm excited to get it out of the door. And that kind of brings the dilemma. This door is just barely taller and wider than the Camp EZ, and I'm really dreading this. I bought some lumber and some blocks. I'm going to build a ramp. Because the door of my shop is taller than the ground outside. I'm going to try to build a 16-foot ramp to take it out on, and hopefully jack it up on the ramp, put the axle and wheels back underneath it, and then lower it back down onto that. Gosh, I'm just one guy working by himself, so I've got to work smart instead of hard. So gee, let's see how it goes. I'm awful nervous about it, but I'm excited. So let's get this thing pulled out of the workshop, or try to anyway. So I know for sure it's not going to fit through the door with some of the accessories that are on it, like the propane tank and the stop and turn signals. So I'm going to take the propane tank off, and I'm just going to unbolt the stop and turn signals and tape those underneath the frame. Hopefully they'll be out of the way. If I do that and pull the axle and lower it down onto some casters that I screw onto the frame, then I think it'll come out. Oh boy, I'm dreading this. Oh yeah, I'm also in a little bit of a time crunch. Today's Mother's Day, and we're going to have a Mother's Day dinner this evening for my mom and mother-in-law, which I look forward to that. And happy Mother's Day, by the way. But I do need to get this done so I can be ready for that. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a hurry. Alright, so we have a situation. You can see it slid off the 2x6, and it's sitting on the porch on one side and on the rail on the other. It almost hit the roof, but it didn't. That could have been a catastrophe, so I'm glad it didn't do that. Only thing I knew to do is jack it up and, I don't know, go from there. Alright. I'm a beat man. Let me just tell you, I'm a beat man. Anyway, I had to extend the ramp out for the front wheel there, and we ended up jacking up one of the casters in the back, but it held in sideways just long enough where I could get a floor jack under it and use that as kind of like the fourth caster, take it on out. And as of right now, I've actually got it far enough out where I can put the leaf spring and axle and wheels under it, and then take it out under its own wheels. So the hard part's over with. But my goodness, what a big ordeal. Let's get this thing done. Okay, status update. It just started to rain, and I have like 35 minutes before company arrives. And I'll tell you what, I think it's actually going to work out good that they're coming when they are, because I'm tired. I don't know that I can do anymore. Sometimes you get in such a hurry to try to do something, you end up working yourself till you're sick. I think really and truly it'd probably be better just to walk away from it for a couple hours and come back to it after dinner. I probably have, I don't know, an hour's worth of work left to do. I've got the axle underneath it. I just need to tighten the bolts down, 4 bolts, and then put the wheels on it. And then I should be able to lower the front of it down off the lumber using a jack and take it out under its own feet. So probably an hour. So I think really and truly this would be a wonderful time just to cool off and get away from it. And oh yeah, honey, I'm sorry for the things I said while we were pushing the camper out of the workshop. I love you. All right, we had a wonderful Mother's Day dinner with our 2 moms and their fellers, and happy Mother's Day to both of you. And like I say, it was good to stop and take a rest. Just came back out, and I actually tightened down the bolts on the leaf springs and just bolted the 2 wheels on. Now it's just a matter of, you know, kind of blocking or ratcheting down the tongue steps at a time until I can get it to the level of the trailer hitch on the truck, and then we'll put some kind of boards or something under the wheels to roll it off. So yeah, this has been a big project, and I tell you what, it was good to take a break. I feel so much better. I could tell I was starting to get a little stiff around the dinner table. I was kind of, you know, sitting down, getting tired, but getting back out working and after resting a little bit, I feel so much better. So anyway, I think Mother's Day dinner done us all a little bit of good. My shop is an absolute disaster. It is so trashed up at the moment, but it sure is weird to have this big empty space. It even sounds different in here. It has like a, I don't know, like a hollow, ringy sound. I guess, you know, that there's more space for the sound waves to bounce around. But yeah, it feels weird to have all this area. Oh, and you probably saw in a previous video that my mom was making a quilt for me to put in the Camp EZ. It is almost finished. She is like super close. So when she gets that done, we're going to put that on as an episode. So how cool is that? Let's get this thing knocked out. And there we have it. The Camp EZ is officially on the ground under its own feet. I need to give the wheels a final snug and need to put the fenders on. But hey, I am just stoked. One, because it's over with and I got it out of the shop without major damage. But gee whiz, it just looks wonderful. I'm tickled with it. I did ding the back of it. Let me show you that. There's a little bit of indentation right here. Let me get the camera closer. But I think if I open the hatch and gently pick that with a rubber mallet, maybe some pliers with something soft in the middle of the jaws, I'll be able to pull that out. So considering what it had to go through, I am ecstatic that that's the only thing that happened. So hey, I would say let's get this thing, the wheels snugged up and get these fenders going. Okay, I don't know how well you can see me. It's dark. Let me look at my phone. It's 9:33 and I just got the tires or the wheels and fenders on. Got those bolted down, and I found Actually, my father-in-law and I were looking at the tongue box earlier. Again, I don't know if you can see, I'm sorry. We found that this hot wire was trying to come loose out of the termination. So it was a crimp termination. So I just went ahead and soldered it on his recommendation, and gosh, it's a lot better. And I went ahead and soldered the ground wire too. I have a couple other crimp terminations underneath under the switch, so I'll keep an eye on those. If I have any issues with those, I'll solder those as well. The hot wire was the only one that was loose, but went ahead and did both of them. So anyway, probably can't see much. I'll have to come back out here tomorrow and take some more video. But here is the Camp EZ 5945. Still need to put some stripes on it. Hopefully I'll have that done in the next day or two. But yeah, I'm tickled. I'm tickled to have this thing out of the workshop. And gee whiz, what a big job this was. So hey, appreciate you tuning in and hanging in there with me and through all the build videos. And there's still going to be some build videos. There's some add-ons I'm wanting to do to the camper. And gosh, a lot of traveling videos with it. So if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and like the channel if you would. If you like this video, sure helps the channel out. And till next time, take care. We'll see you on the road.